Hey guys, it is day 9 of my 31 days of Fright. You know what? Since I did a huge gore fest yesterday, I figured let's tone it down a little bit. So this movie's dedicated for all the kiddies out there. Yeah, you know, the young kids that like spooky stuff, but it's not like in the gore or anything. Not adult content. We're not talking about adult content today. We're going to talk about Corpse Bride. Yeah, I actually do like Corpse Bride a lot. Personally, Coraline's more of my favorite, like Halloween spooky animated movie. Um, but Corpse Bride's still pretty good in my opinion. I just like the style of it a lot. So this is Corpse Bride. So the film starts out with our main character Victor, played by Johnny Depp, and we see him in his room playing with his butterfly collection. Man, he sure likes his butterflies.
If it helps, I believe that after you die, you can come back as whatever you want. I'll be a butterfly. How come? Because nobody ever suspects the butterfly.
And we get a good look at the dark and depressing world that this story is set in. We get our first musical number.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a rather nice day.
A day for a glorious wedding.
A rehearsal, my dear, to be perfectly
A
clear.
rehearsal for a glorious wedding.
So the main plot is that our main character is going to get married to a woman that he's never met or loved in the past. And he's actually going out to meet her for the first time right at the wedding rehearsal. Damn, that is a rough start to any relationship. So the main purpose of this marriage is because apparently the bride's family is broke and they need their kin to get married so they can be financially supported. I mean, they do say this in the song.
Oh, it couldn't be worse.
Couldn't be worse. I'm afraid I disagree. They could be land-rich, bankrupt aristocracy without a penny to their name, just like you and me.
Oh, dear.
Single tiny microscopic little thing must go.
That's a cool effect. I like that a lot. Obviously, this guy's just terrified of the idea of getting married to someone that he doesn't even know. So after fucking up at the rehearsal, he starts to run away into the forest just to get away from it all.
It's just a few simple vows.
But as he's rehearsing his lines by himself, he puts the ring on a stick, but the stick turns out to be a finger to a dead bride.
With this candle, I will light your way in darkness. With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
My first question is, how has no one found this corpse earlier? I mean, it's pretty shallow. I mean, the hand is just sticking out of the ground. Anyway, she gets revived because of love, I guess? This seems to have the same plot as The Love Witch, and this is when the scenery completely changes. Before, with the living, it's all dark and depressing, but once we get to the underworld, it's all colorful and full of life. I mean, it's a straight contrast to what we're supposed to be thinking of being alive and dead. How ironic. So that's when we get to the backstory of our corpse bride, and how she actually got murdered waiting for her true love before they were able to get married. Oh, and her name's Emily, by the way, just so if you didn't know. But obviously, Victor didn't intentionally want to marry a dead person, so he's trying to get himself out of the relationship so he can go back to the real world. But when he's found out talking to Victoria, Emily finds out and she gets furious. So the family of the bride thinks that Victor ran off with another woman, so they have to marry her off quickly. And so for the most part, the rest of the movie is them just trying to get out of their marriages, quote unquote. All in all, I really do like this movie. Not as much as Coraline, but I still place this up in my top 5 animated movies. Hey, what can I say? I'm a sucker for claymation and stop motion in general. I also like the story. It's short and simple, and it's just over an hour, so anyone can really watch this in an afternoon. Maybe have a double feature with Coraline. That's an idea. So, what do I give Corpse Bride? I give it a solid 3 stars. Like I said before, I don't like it as much as Coraline, or I like Coraline a lot more, but Corpse Bride's still up there. So if you want to introduce your kids to a scary movie, I highly recommend this one. Obviously, there's Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline. Those three are a pretty good start to like introduce your kids into like the horror genre. All right, so that ends the kiddie movies. So we're gonna go back to adult content tomorrow, and I think you'll be happily surprised at what I picked. So until then, have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.